Who do you think tried to take you out?
So I'm going to give you some big breaking news, right?
Love that.
Because you have this shooter and you have another shooter, right? So this shooter had three or so cell phones. The FBI's never gotten them opened.
Wow.
The other shooter, three apps, they call them. And I believe they were foreign-based apps, from what I understand.
Oh, wow.
They haven't opened them, and they're foreign-based. And you know, you hear all about Iran, because I was rough with Iran, but I want to see Iran do great. I want to see Iran do great.
Yeah.
But I want to stop all the killing and all this, and I was rough on Iran, and they supposedly have a hit on me. In fact, I think it takes great courage for you people to be interviewing me, because it could be now, you know.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know that before we got in there.
No, if you would have known that, you might not have done this.
Exactly.
In fact, this is a good way of me getting the interview to be short. All of a sudden, he's going to say, you know, okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Go see my dog.
Yeah. They have three apps, and foreign-based, two of them, maybe three of them are foreign-based. They haven't opened them yet. Why wouldn't you open them when you hear about Iran or when you hear about, you know, foreign? Then the other one had 6 cell phones, and they haven't opened. Now, you know, it's very hard to open a cell phone. Only Apple can do it in theory, unless you have somebody. But they had no problem getting the J6 people's cell phones open. They opened their cell phones very quickly. There are some people in the world, very few, that have an ability to sometimes be able to hack in.
Got it.
Very rarely, actually.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing when you think that with all the genius, you almost can't do it. But Apple has a key, and the key is, I mean, it just, they can do it immediately.
Yeah.
But they don't do it, and they don't do it, and that's one of the reasons that, like, I hate to say it, drug lords feel very confident that they'll never be exposed, and they use their cell phones, their Apple phones, and maybe it's that way with other companies, I don't know. They have Samsung, they have other companies. But it's very hard. Apple's very strong in that. But when it comes to the assassination of a president, leading candidate, former president, all that, I think the rules have to go out and they have to open those things and they have to find out. And
In terms of national
somebody would say
security.
you have to either punish Apple or you have to get somebody that can do it. But in terms of national security, so the one guy has 6 phones, lots of messages to people. Who are those people he's calling when he's hiding behind the bush?
So if you had to guess, I'm sure you thought, obviously you thought about this a lot. It's an assassination attempt. If you had to guess, who do you think is responsible?
These are great questions. What the hell? So I sort of hate answering it because I don't want to give any false identities. I don't want to do anything having to do with creating something that isn't there. You would look at Iran. Iran has an open threat out for me, and that's bad. And Biden, if he were a real president, if he were the kind of guy he should be, should say, if anybody shoots a former president who's now the leading candidate, even though he's leading against Democrats, we will bomb that country into oblivion. And it would stop. And that's been said before with some people. You know, there have been people, I won't go into it, but there have been people that have been threatened in another party even. In the same party, it makes sense and probably happens pretty quickly. But in another party, you know, it's hard for them
To cross the
to
line.
want to protect me, but it shouldn't be hard. Other people have protected other people, and what you have to inform those people is if they do it, the country will be blown to smithereens. The entire country will be blown to smithereens. And those threats go away, because that's a really bad threat for a country. Forget about me, I'm an individual. But I represent something very important. That's a really terrible threat. So, I mean, there are others that could be in that category. Look, I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China at a level that no president took in anything. I had tariffs on China, took in hundreds of billions of dollars. They're still there. That without me, they wouldn't have those tariffs. So you could say, but no, I think Iran would be the one.